elected government to protect us, and they're not even communicating. And clearly there was just too much information before September 11th that should have put us in a heightened state of alert. And I understand with Condoleezza Rice when she says that you can't panic everybody and can't close down the FAA, but we could have done a hell of a lot better job of making sure there weren't box cutters on half a dozen planes. Because there were more planes than flew into the buildings.
I know you all want to jump in again and invite you to any time, but first let's get a comment here from our audience. This is Zack from Alabama. Zack, what do you think about all this?
I think it could have been prevented, possibly, if they had connected all of the dots, and also if the Bush administration had remained engaged in the Middle East. They may have had more information, so there's a possibility that it could have been prevented. I hate to say that, and I know that a lot of people are denying it, but it's a possibility that it could have been prevented.
And
for 60 years, people have been saying FDR could have prevented Pearl Harbor. It's crackpot stuff. It's tinfoil hat stuff. And the most outrageous thing is, everyone out there in that audience, of those of you who have served in the intelligence community, raise your hand. Because I have. I've worked at the Department of Justice. I've worked in the White House. And you cannot make these jumps, these leaps of faith. It's outrageous. It's a slander on men and women who are protecting your rear ends every single day and doing an excellent job of it, including, for example, here in LA, preventing the Millennium bombing 2 years ago. So it's outrageous.
I want to disagree. I want to jump in. We have prevented several more attacks since September 11th here in New York City. I happen to know some law enforcement people here who we quoted in our magazine recently. We've prevented at least twice. We've prevented bombs going off on the bridges. We've uncovered other security risks here because we've been communicating since September 11th. We've been doing the job. We probably should have done a lot better before September 11th.
All right,
and Bill, the communication breakdown.
If I may ask you to just hold, because we do have to take one of those breaks that we are all familiar with. We're going to take it right now, and when we come back, we're going to raise the question of politics and hear from the Vice President. Is this all just about Democrats playing politics? Our Free for All Friday of Talkback Live continues. Stay tuned.